Hello, Steve White, Steve at 89. I'm a collector and I collect lots of things. And I was going to do some YouTube videos just for the fun of it because I like looking at other people's stuff. And I got AussieBum order earlier today and I did an unboxing video. So I thought I may as well do my AussieBum Speedo collection first since I sort of had it all out anyway. So here we go. I have 83 pairs now. I had 80 and I just got 3 new pairs, so now I have 83 pairs. Um, so I'm just going to go through some of these because I don't know, I just am. Now, AussieBum started off because in Australia we used to wear Speedos all the time. It was just traditional. And a lot of them were nylon ones back in the day. But then Speedo took over and replaced them all with Lycra, which I personally don't like. And some other people didn't, like the creator of AussieBum. He basically wanted to bring them back. So he created the classic surf nylon Speedo. And yep, I saw an ad for one a few years ago and I liked them. I was going away on a trip and I needed some nice swimwear. So I got 2 pairs, a light pair and a dark pair. And that was all my ex would let me have at the time because he said, you don't need any more than that because they weren't cheap. So after I broke up with him, I went out and got every colour. And then because of my nature of collecting, I just couldn't stop. Now, most of these are classic and loose. And the only difference between classic and loose has just a little bit more space in the front. And so these are all, and some have the Wonder Jock. Now, if you don't know what the Wonder Jock is, the Wonder Jock is a little pouch in the front where you put your package. Now, it can't really give you anything that you don't have. All it does is move it all forward and keep it from being pushed back and underneath, which is handy, but it's not a miracle. It can't give you anything you don't already have. It just makes sure it gets seen. So, and one of these I actually, because they can be a bit uncomfortable. Sometimes I just have I split the package up between the two so it keeps them separated, and a few of them I actually just removed it and just cut it out and just turned it into like a classic or a loose. So I have a lot of colours. So these ones are all the Wonder Jock versions of the, I think, classic. I've got them in different colours, and some I've got different versions. Now, mostly it's different sizes, and the only other variation, and you have the option of having the logo on the back or the front, or you can not have it at all. I've only got a couple of pairs with the logo. But and the other difference with AussieBums, with the classic and the loose, is you have the difference between the 1.5 inch width on the hip or the 2.5 width on the hip. That's the main difference between them, really. And you have Wonder Jock or not. Although I haven't seen them advertising the Wonder Jock lately. Maybe they don't have it anymore. So these are all plain colours. So I just have a lot. And some, because my weight fluctuates 5 or 10 kilos easily. So I have small and medium and a few larges as well. And the sizes are a little bit inconsistent. So I do find it handy to have all of them. So these are all plain colours, Wonder Jocks and just the regular classics. And then we have the 1.5s, which basically same colours, they're just narrower. I don't like that fit as much because they tend to look a bit G-stringish to me. I think you really need the width on the hip to look like a Speedo, to look like swimwear, and not look like you're trying to look like a stripper or something. And one of the first variations, I guess, is the use of different colours. Like you'll have panels with different colours on the side. So there's a bunch of these, which are all different variations. And then there's another variation of that. Well, those are the 1.5s. Then you've got the 2.5s. Now, the other variation is some where they just have one strip of colour. So you've got white in the middle, or purple in the middle of black, black on the middle of aqua. And there's another one where you just have, and pardon my shadow, you have just one colour on the very edge. which has the least amount of stitching and is more comfortable, I think. And a bit less crowded. So they've done some other variations as well. Like for a long time, I was given these by a friend because they were too small to fit him, and I'm skinny, so sometimes people just give you stuff they can't fit into, I find in life. And I didn't know for the longest time if these were real or fake. But then I eventually saw some AussieBum promotional material that actually had these in them. So I can fit into them, but I don't like patterns because you can't see what's underneath them. The pattern sort of detracts. These ones were called Superheroes, and I got them in small and medium, but they're both too small because the cut was very tight. And stripes, I did vintage stripes. Now I'm thinking of getting the thick ones, but I just got one pair of the thin ones. And these ones were called, I think, Marine, and I like the colour combination. There is a red and blue I'm thinking of getting, navy blue and red. I might still get them. And these ones, I cannot remember what they're called, but I got them in purple and black and blue and white, and I wish these had come in black and purple as well. And these also, there's a red and a blue I might get as well. And these ones are just the retro style. They're a longer cut on the hip, much like the older Speedos from swimwear from a long time ago, 70s, I think the 70s, when they started wearing them. I think the 60s they weren't quite there yet. And of course, last but not least, we have the singlets. I have 4. I used to have 5, but someone stole one. It was blue and blue and orange, and they're mostly different colours like white and red, blue and different coloured blues, grey and navy, black and green. And there's also another lot which had a different logo they were trying out for a while, and they also did that in some Speedos as well, but it actually came off. It was on the back, and I got a couple of them just to go with the singlets, and it came off. So now there's like plain classic Speedos now. And that's kind of the whole collection.